Wash 2 cups of red peas. I don't know if you can see, but the water is changing color. Usually these that come in the packs are clean, but it won't hurt to wash it. To 4 cups of water, soak the peas for 30 minutes. Just let it stay in the water for 30 minutes. 1 tablespoon of basil, 1 tablespoon of dry parsley or fresh parsley, 3 tablespoons of sea salt or 2 tablespoons of regular salt, 1 tablespoon of nutmeg, 12 old black peppers, ½ teaspoon pimento seeds, chocha, scallion or green onion, 1 scotch bonnet pepper and ½ green scotch bonnet pepper, any pepper can. Two large diced onions. Strip the green onion, the scallion like this. Seven garlic cloves, 7 crushed garlic cloves, 1 peeled diced chocha, a small piece of ginger about ½ inch in length. You just cut it. 1 small diced tomato, clean carrot. Strip that and then strip off here. Clean and dice 2 carrots, 2 small carrots or 1 large carrot, ½ stick of butter, 1 tablespoon of thyme, fresh thyme, 1/4 cup of coconut oil, olive oil, any kind of oil, 3 tablespoons of white vinegar, 2 tablespoons of browning. Okay, to make the stew peas you can use soup meat, soup bone. Alright, this is salt beef I'm using. I'm using ½ pound of salt beef. I'm going to use half 1/4 pound of regular beef. So you can use pigtail, stew beef, soup meat, any kind of meat. And you just cut them up in small pieces like these. So we're using a pound. This is ½ pound of salt beef and we're going to use a pound of soup meat. 1/4 pound of beef. Put to eat. Put to eat a pressure pot. A pressure cook pot. For now the flame should be on 8. After 1 minute add 1/4 cup of oil. After 1 more minute add beef. Immediately add the seasoning, the chopped onions, scallion, the garlic, and the ginger. Just let this stay for about 3 minutes, 4 minutes the most. same time, add the dry seasoning. Just after you add, just add all the seasoning except for the tomato, the ketchup, and certain other things. You're just gonna let it burn like this on high. Add the browning. Add the browning. You know what? Add everything one time. The browning and all the seasoning. And we're gonna let this burn for about 3 minutes, 4, 5, 6 minutes. After 10 minutes, after 10 minutes, after 10 minutes, just like that. Just let it stew like that. 10 minutes. We're gonna now add 8 cups of water. 8 cups of water, and cover this for a little while and let it boil. 8 cups of water. Now with this, after the 12 minutes, we just put this for about 2 minutes. We're gonna cover it with the flame at high for now. So you put on the rubber, make sure it's on. I don't know if you can see this section, but I want you to see it. You find the hole and they do like that. And then you put this on. And then we're going to wait for it to whistle. After 8 minutes, it starts to whistle. Turn the flame gauge on low for 10 minutes. Turn the gauge on low as it starts to whistle. Now after 8 minutes, I turn it off. Don't ever take this up. That's gonna let the flavor come out. Just wait until this goes down. So we're gonna wait for however long it takes for this to cool. I'm gonna time it for you. Okay, it took 20 minutes to cool. So, see? And this is down, so we can remove it. So you are seeing this for the first time as me. Wow, it smells nice. And that's how it looks. You don't want this to cook too much. See, it's almost cooked but not cooked entirely. So now the peas. We're going to add the peas. Then cover it back up. And send it going again. We're going to let this pressure for 50 minutes. After you add the peas, you just go and check to see how tender the meat is. Because maybe you have to take out a few pieces. See this? I don't want it to break up too much, so I'm going to take this out. I remove these, the one without the bones, and leave the bone inside. After 8 minutes, it starts to whistle. Turn the stove on low. Now while we wait, we're gonna make some spinners, some small little dumplings. So 1 cup of flour, wheat flour I'm using. You can use any flour, and a pinch of salt. Add at a time 1/4 cup of water. We call these spinners. Another way to cool this is to put the pot in some water and run it. So now it's ready. It took 20 minutes to cool. I run this on the fire. So we turn this. Peas is tender. Peas is tender. So you just turn it back on high, put it on high, then you add the carrots, add the dumplings, and then add back the beef. Add half of an onion, just a little, half, just to enhance the taste. This is natural cooking. Add the tomato, and put to boil. We're gonna add the ketchup and the butter last. So just cover it slightly like that. When it comes to a boil, after 2 minutes, put the gauge on 6. And just cover this. Cover it slightly. After boil, put the stove on 2. Have a cup of water handy, just in case it starts to get really thick. You can pour some water over it. But put the stove on 2 and cover it. Put the stove on 1 and cover it. After it comes to a boil, put the stove on low, between low and half, and just cover it. Between low and half, and cover it. Okay, for 20 minutes on low, I made it just stew. For 20 minutes on low, I made it stew. So in about 5 more minutes, I'm gonna turn the stove up, add the ketchup and the butter. Now, after 30 minutes on low, after we remove the cover and add the dumplings and the carrot, it took us 30 minutes to get to this stage. So now we're gonna turn the stove up. Put it on 6. Let's see. So now we're gonna add the butter, quarter cup of ketchup. Quarter cup of ketchup. And we're gonna let this boil for about 2 minutes. Until the butter dilute, and then turn it off. Note, it will get thicker as it cools. So this is stew peas. Once the bubbles start to hit you, start to splash up, that means it's thick enough. This is good. We're gonna turn it off. So that's stew peas. Stew peas. That's stew peas. Stew peas. That's stew peas and brown rice. That's stew peas and brown rice. Stew peas and brown rice. Stew peas and brown rice.